Okay, today we're going to do a little demonstration on crowd pleaser. We call him Chief, and we're riding Chief in the Hackmore today. Chief shows in the reining and the ranch riding, and he's 5 years old. I'm going to talk a little bit about something that's really important to my program, and that is the neck rein, direct rein correlation. Well, this is something that I do to every horse in my program, because eventually what we want to be able to do is be one-handed and have that horse steer and guide around one hand. So the way we start that process and the way we remind our older horses that that's what we expect of them is we go ahead and lay that rein across their neck, and if that horse doesn't look to the inside of this circle, then I'm going to go ahead with this direct rein and follow up with it. First thing I want him to do is look to the inside. If he doesn't, I'm going to help him with this direct rein, or this right rein in this case, and then when I turn it loose, when he feels good, I want him to keep it there until that left rein moves away from his neck. So I'm just going to continue to play with this direct rein for a minute here until he walks this circle. There, you see he keeps his head to the inside. Now I'm going to take that left rein away, that neck rein, and he can straighten out. So as long as this outside rein is touching this horse, his body should be slightly arched with his nose looking away from the rein that's touching his neck. Once we feel like we have that on one side, we're going to go ahead and switch sides, ask him the other direction. Right there, we didn't get quite as much as we wanted, so we're going to follow up with that direct rein, and we're going to pull again towards our hip. We're going to relax as soon as we have that suppleness that we're looking for, and we want him to keep his neck to the, or excuse me, his head bent to the inside of this circle as long as the outside rein is touching his neck. Okay, so once we have this concept solidified at the walk, we're going to go ahead and do it at the trot as well. And once we have it consistent at the trot, then we want to make sure that we focus on it at the lope in addition to those other gaits. I think it's really important that you start slow and you do it with consistency at the slower gaits, because if you don't have it perfected at that speed, you're probably not going to have it at the lope, or you're not going to have it if you choose to gallop your horse in some capacity. It's really important for us in our program that we start doing this with our young horses and that we develop it as they get older. I feel like the neck reining, guiding, steering drill that we use today is something that's really overlooked by a lot of riders. I think it's very important to any horse of any level and for any event. I think it's something that applies to not just performance horses who are going to show in the ranch riding, the reining, maybe the rein cow horse, but also horses that are just going to ride at home or maybe ride at the ranch or in the pasture and gather cows. There's really no drawback to this drill, and I think that it's something that every horse and rider can benefit from.